guys, welcome back to my channel. So it is February, and as I had said in my previous video, the theme for February is romanticizing my life. So I wanted to make a quick little video to talk to you guys about what that will look like. I will be doing videos throughout the month just to show you what I'm actually doing, but I wanted to talk to you about steps that I'm taking to actually make my life a little bit more romantic or loving for me, right? First thing, keep in mind that it is different for everybody, so it may not be romantic to you, but it's not about you. For some people, romanticizing their life might look like going on Instagram and grabbing one of those aesthetics that you see on there and copy it or something like that. That's cool, that's romantic. For some people, it's all about like trips and everything like that. It's also about that for me, but what I'm looking at for February is to work with what I currently have going on and just trying to find ways in my present life, present day living to make it a little bit more romantic, a little bit more dreamy, a little bit more curated and catered to me. So I'm going to share with you a couple things that I'll be doing as I go through the month to make my life a little bit more romantic. One of the first things that I think anybody should do if you want your life to feel a little bit more romantic or look a little bit romantic is to create beautiful spots for yourself, right? So maybe you don't have the money, maybe you don't have the situation where your entire house can be your ideal aesthetic, right? It's not your ideal design, the things aren't ideal, but you can create a little spot or a couple spots that you can go to where it feels ideal for you, and you can design some areas, you know, at least add things or remove things so that it feels dreamy. For example, this space for me, which is like my meditation space, my yoga space, my everything space, and it used to be a room, but has been turned into an office. So now I have a corner, right? And it doesn't matter that it's a corner, still try to bring in, you know, little things that you like, and little things that remind you of whatever, keep you calm, whatever the case may be. Just create little spots for yourself. Another thing that I do is I don't have TVs in my bedroom. I like to have my bedroom curated towards sleep and love, right? Blankets, I have a lot of blankets all around my house. I like being warm, I like cuddling, and I like being wrapped up and comforted. So things like that, those are just examples, but things like that, try to add things into your life that just, you know, make you feel loved and warm and cuddly, and that just fits you. So that's the first thing that I'll be doing. Or well, I have started that, like I said, you know, having just spots that are curated and catered to me. The second thing that I'm going to be doing and that I'd encourage anybody to do is to have time alone. I mean, just nothing time. If it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, whatever it is. For me, it's my mornings. I like to start my mornings alone. So the hours of like 5, if I wake up that early, usually it's about 6. I wake up anywhere between 5 and 6. So from that time until about 9, it's just about me. Sometimes Trixie will, you know, put herself in there, of course, but that's my time to just do whatever, to dance, do my yoga, meditate, read, whatever I want to do, however I want to do it, to just make it as dreamy as possible, or, you know, whatever, just anything that you want to do. And I'd encourage anybody to have like a little block of time that is just you, and kind of see what you yearn to do, right? Pay attention. I'd say start off with doing nothing at all, have no plans for the time, and then just kind of see what you yearn to do and lean into that, right? So for some of us, it might be listening to music, dancing, reading. We might just enjoy not doing anything at all. Whatever it is, see what you are yearning for and lean into that for that time. That that is just for you, just about you, right? And then make that time as nice as you possibly can. And on to the next thing. So the next thing that I'm going to be throwing a lot of into my life for this month, which is already very heavy in my life thanks to my friends, is to have beautiful conversations. And by beautiful conversations, I mean conversations where you are uplifted and you are loved and loved on and encouraged, and where you're doing that for somebody else. So less of the people business, less of the gossiping, less of the news even, because it can be so depressing, and just more of the nice things in life, because there are many beautiful and nice things happening in this life. So let's focus on that for February in our conversations. Let's focus on telling our friends how beautiful they are, how lovely they are, all the things that we love about them. And I don't just mean saying, oh, you're beautiful. Be specific to your friend, right? Like, if there's something that makes your friend beautiful, focus on that. Focus on things that they're doing that are great. Just be uplifting and speak to people who do that for you as well, right? So talk to the friends who make you feel good. Talk to the friends who remind you that you are a good person, who remind you that you are doing well, who encourage you, who remind you that you are beautiful or handsome or whatever the case is. But talk to those people who make you feel good inside. Have those conversations that make you feel good. Thankfully, I have quite a bit of that with my friends already, but that'll be my focus for February. So the plan is I'm going to eliminate conversations that aren't necessary and that don't feel good, and focus on conversations and invite conversations that are beautiful and that leave me feeling beautiful. The next thing, I think this is the fourth thing that I'll be including in February, is a lot of mindfulness. Mindfulness makes your life so romantic because you stop to notice all the nice things, right? So for example, I take these walks in the early mornings, and I take them in my complex, so it doesn't have to be like super long walks. It doesn't matter where you are, how long it is, or anything like that. The key is to really pay attention, be mindful about what's happening. So for me, that looks like, asking myself questions like, how does the air feel? Is it cool? Is it hot already? Is it, if it's early morning, it tends to be kind of cool on your skin and feels fresh and nice and clean. I love that. Pay attention to the sunrise. I like to pay attention to see, do I see anything different? Because I walk in my complex, so it's pretty much the same every day. So I like to look out, am I seeing anything different? Did a flower that was just a bud yesterday open today? Has my rose opened a little bit more? Things like that. Does the grass feel different? So just be mindful while you're walking. Pay attention to what you're feeling, what you're seeing, what you're hearing. It just gives me like a nice little soft and sweet start to my day, noticing like nice things that are just everyday things on my walks. Try it. The next couple of things are like really tiny ways that I'll be romanticizing my life. I'm using wine glasses for everything. I don't care what it is. If it's liquid, it goes in a wine glass. Other than my tea, because I really do like my tea mug, but my mug is mad cute, got it for Christmas, and it's super cute, so I don't mind that. Something that I've always done, but that really adds quite a bit of romance, is to use candlelight and soft lighting, right? So you don't have to have all your lights on all the time. I mean, first of all, do you pay a GPS bill? Because turn off some of the lights, light some candles, or just sit in the dark if you're not afraid of the dark. Sit in the dark. So wine glasses, and because I just feel like it just adds a little something, a little pizzazz, and candles definitely add a hint of romance. That low lighting just make you feel nice right off the bat, okay? And of course, we can't talk about romanticizing your life without talking about the media that we consume. So, have background music in your house. Get yourself a speaker or your phone or whatever you use, your TV, whatever, but have some background music in your house. Make it nice. I don't have nothing against dancehall and all the rest of it, but make it soft, make it nice, make it inviting and loving. You know, think classical, jazz, Sade, things like that. You get the point, right? So make it soft and nice and have that playing pretty much all the time. It helps you to just feel soft and held. So consider that. Consider consuming less of the news, especially the bad news and the hard news. Consider consuming less of that and consuming more loving things, loving shows, loving movies, whatever kind of media that you consume. Consider making it romantic or at least funny. I'm just saying, consider it. And then finally, something that is super romantic, add some poetry into your life. Listen to spoken word poetry, read poetry, follow Self-Centered Scribe on Instagram. She writes beautifully. I mean, there's so many poets putting out their work all the time in so many forms. I promise you, there is a form, there is a kind of poetry that speaks to you that you will love. Invite it into your life, find it, focus on it. Put them on your phone screen, whatever it is. But poetry is so beautiful, the way that people just take these words, even about a bad experience, and just spin it into something so beautiful. I mean, it's just sprinkle a little poetry into your everyday, right? Just a poem a day. So yes, those are some things that I'll be doing throughout February to just have my life be a little bit more romantic. As I said, I will be sharing videos throughout the month just to kind of show you guys how I'm actually doing these things, implementing them in my life, and how it's going. I do hope that you will also follow along and try to implement little bitty things from these ideas to help to romanticize your life, make it a little warmer, a little softer. I mean, it is the month of love, so you know, be loving to yourself. Get yourself the flowers. You don't have to wait on somebody to get them for you, and you don't have to buy them. Flowers are flowers. You can pick them from outside. If it's wild bush or whatever, when you put it in a vase, it's still beautiful as ever. All right, so consider it, and we'll talk soon. Thank you so much for watching this video and following along on my journey.